Every so often, a game arrives that doesn't just ask for your attention, it demands it. A game that doesn't fit into categories, that doesn't obey the rules we've built for it, that doesn't whisper its intentions, but sings them. Expedition 33 is one of those rare creations. A world painted with trembling hands and fierce conviction. A place where art breathes, where fear spreads like ink in water, and where every brushstroke feels like a cry from the soul. Join me as we step inside the canvas. Before you swing a sword, before you dodge a single attack, the world itself grabs you by the collar. This is not a land sculpted from polygons. It is not rendered by mere code. It feels painted, stroked into existence with trembling intensity. Brush marks ripple across stone, colors clump and drip like wet pigment, shadows bend as if cast by an unseen stage light. The entire city moves with rhythm of a living canvas. It's surreal, but not chaotic, dreamlike, but not confusing. Every distortion, every exaggerated shape, every impossible angle carries intent. This is a world communicating through metaphor, through color, through texture, through the language of art itself. And without a single spoiler, we can say this with certainty: the world is burdened by something. You can taste it in the air, you can see it in the architecture, you can feel it in the way people stand, breathe, and hope. The city is alive and trembling. Characters in Expedition 33 are not defined by exposition. They are defined by presence. The curve of a shoulder, the weight in a stance, the hesitation before drawing a blade, the softness of a gaze that lingers just a moment too long. Every character is sculpted with emotional precision. Their colors, their posture, their movements, they all whisper pieces of who they are. You understand them before you even know them. And all of it without revealing a shred of story. These people carry burdens, some heavy, some hidden, some worn loud and proud like armor. But what unites them is something deeper, a shared tension, a sense that time itself is pressing down on their chest, that every step forward matters. These characters don't just exist in the world, they are products of it, reflections of it, fragments of a larger emotional canvas. Then the fighting begins, and this is where Expedition reveals its true obsession. Not realism, not spectacle for spectacle's sake, but expression. This is turn-based combat reborn, kinetic, rhythmic, alive. Every attack, every dodge, every parry is a brushstroke in motion. You wait for your turn, but waiting never feels passive, because when the enemy moves, you move with them. You parry with rhythmic clicks. You act on instinct, on timing, on feel. A duel choreographed in pigment and pressure. Enemies don't announce their attacks with giant flashing signs. They tell you through movement. A twist of the torso, a flicker of color, a shift in weight, a sudden silence. The game invites you to read the fight, to understand motion like you understood brushwork. It is intuitive, it is performative, it is beautiful. This combat system believes something many games forgot, that the player is paying attention. It challenges your reflexes without overwhelming you. It respects your intelligence without drowning you in stats. It rewards mastery without gatekeeping newcomers. It is turn-based combat with a pulse, a heartbeat, a soul. Even if you knew nothing of the plot, nothing of the characters, nothing of the lore, you could still feel what this game is about, because its themes are painted, not spoken. There is tension in every corner of the world, not panic, but anticipation, as if every stone knows a clock is ticking somewhere far away. This game doesn't just depict time, it makes you feel pursued by it. The most stunning areas carry the most fragile energy, the most vibrant colors reveal the deepest cracks. Every breathtaking sight is tinged with the knowledge that beauty can shatter, not through plot, but through presentation. Every character, every structure, every creature feels handcrafted, made with purpose, with emotion, with something to say. Even if the details remain hidden, the emotional truth bleeds through the screen. The music of Expedition 33, doesn't accompany the world, it haunts it. Strings quiver with tension, choirs whisper like half-remembered promises, percussion cracks like wet paint smacking canvas. The soundtrack understands drama, it understands weight, it understands silence. Because silence is a weapon here too. Sometimes a single held note says more than an entire orchestra. The sound effects, they echo the visual identity. Brushstrokes, paint splatters, tearing canvas, scraping tools, sculpted impacts. Everything you hear reinforces the central ideal. This world is art, fragile, sharp, and alive. Expedition 33 is not simply another RPG. It is not simply another turn-based experiment. It is not simply another stylish adventure. It is a performance, a living artwork, a world built not to be understood at first glance, but felt. It takes risk, it breaks patterns, it challenges the very language of its genre. And of all this, every emotion, every stroke, every breathtaking moment can be appreciated without knowing a single spoiler. Because Expedition 33 is not defined by its story alone, it is defined by its presence, its energy, its motion, its art. It is a masterpiece carved in fear, painted in hope, and animated by the fire of imagination. And for that reason, it may very well be one of the most important RPGs of its time.